I'm going to be showing you the new best burning bud money making method inside of Grow a Garden. I believe this is the second best money making method in the game, and it can literally make you billions and potentially even trillions of dollars. So this one right here is a gold windstruck honey glazed cloud touch. Those are the only mutations on it, and is selling for $461 million. We can easily get this up into the billions once we get more mutations on it, and overall this is going to sell for a ridiculous amount. If you got disco on this, it would sell for an absurd amount. There are so many right here that would actually sell for a crazy amount. Let me go ahead and just show you. So yeah, these are a ton of burning buds. They're all kind of in the same spot, but yeah, you guys can see these are absolutely huge and are going to sell for a ridiculous amount of money. I'm trying to find the stems. All right, here are the stems of them. Yeah, you're gonna make a ton of money with this method. I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it, how I get them so big. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this video. All right, so the very first thing you want to do is obviously have your burning bud, and you get these from the seed shop right here. This is the burning bud. These cost a decent amount of Robux. If you want to buy them with Robux, they cost 919. But yeah, let's go over here, and you're going to clearly see that we have a huge one. Now, how am I getting them huge? And basically, what is my method for making so much money off of the burning buds? Well, the very first thing you need to make sure is you have a bunch of sprinklers. So as you guys can see, I have a bunch of ones that aren't necessarily specific. We have the sweet, we have the tropical mist, we have this, and we have the basic. But those are not necessarily the ones we're trying to target. We want the basic sprinkler definitely, and then anyone that specifically applies over here to the burning. So I'm gonna head over to my gear shop right here, and I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of sprinklers. Now I'm showing you a sprinkler method. However, keep in mind, just basically follow what I'm doing. But yeah, go ahead and purchase an advanced sprinkler, a godly sprinkler, and a basic sprinkler, as well as a master sprinkler, and purchase one of these. So you need one of each, and just know that they do not stack on top of each other. So if you get two master sprinklers and put them on top of each other, it doesn't make it grow any faster or any bigger. So there's no point in doing that. All right, then the very next thing we do is obviously you don't want to use one that you already have. You want to go ahead and use one that you, and what I mean by that is basically harvest the stuff off of these before you grow them. After you've done that, go ahead and place down your 3 sprinklers. And once you have done that, you're going to want to leave the game for probably around an hour, join back, and you're going to see that you have a couple of big plants. Now, the strategy for getting a bunch of big ones is harvesting the ones aren't actually massive. So ones that didn't grow up to be huge, you're going to want to harvest those, leave the game again, and let the sprinkler method continue on and on and on and on. And that is how you basically select and basically get these big ones that are pretty much guaranteed over here. Now I'm going to kind of do a little flyby so you can see how big these really are. These are humongous. Now they've been moved to the pack specifically so you can actually see them a lot better. But yeah, they're really, really expensive once you get all those mutations, especially with the admin abuse and all of that going on. That's going to make you a lot of money. So yes, you use the sprinkler glitch method, but the other thing you can take into consideration to actually make more money in the long run is if you go over to this crafting area right here, or you can go over to this crafting area and you can actually do the amber spray mutation. So if you craft this and get the amber spray mutation, you can also apply them on here to make more money. And that is kind of similar to what I'm about to show you over here. This is what I would do, especially if you're trying to get some of these rare mutations that are kind of rare. You want to head over to the crafting right here and then get any of these sprinklers that apply mutations, or any of these mutation sprays like the chilled, the chocolate spray. If you can find one that applies right here to the burning bud, then also do that as well. Lightning rod's obviously really overpowered. So yeah, check all that out and use those on your burning buds to make the most amount of money possible. But yeah, this is the burning bud method. This makes you a ton of money. You can make in the billions and billions of dollars with these once you get all the mutations on them. As you can see, I haven't gotten all the mutations on them, but even with just 2, we're selling for over 14 million. And again, this one, let me find the one that has the actual bunch of mutations on it. This one right here only has 4 mutations on it. It's selling for almost $1 billion. You can make a ton of money if you get all the right mutations. Like, I don't even have the high selling mutations. If you get disco and all of those on there, you will be literally making so much money. So I would highly, highly recommend doing that. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.